Rose, thank you so much for liking out the live. Listen, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in. I gotta do listen. Rose, I seen, did you like look at the profile? Listen, y'all, I gotta be better with my time. Please forgive your girl. Good evening, Lady T. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. I'm trying to, y'all. I got off work late today. I had a client before I started. So it's just like, man, it's not enough hours in a day, y'all. But again, y'all know, here's the one thing I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to be on here every night for sure. But I've been waiting. I know you've been waiting, Rose. I know. I'm sorry. I know you've been waiting. Listen, please charge it to my head, my head, not my heart. Okay. I'm trying to get better. I just had I had a client prior to me getting on. Okay. I got off work late, but I'm here. I'm working with it, y'all. I'm working on it. Oh, welcome in, welcome in. I'm multitasking, fam, getting these kids ready for bed. They go down at 9 p.m. Ish. Yes. Oh, so I know you multitasking. I know. I got a tapper on and I can hear you. Okay. Love it. Listen, yes, get the kids together. Yes. So great. Thank you for so much for having the tap on. Welcome in, you guys, on the YT in the Book of Faces. Welcome in. I know Rose, you was looking because we could tell, that people that like look at my profile. So again, you guys, I'm trying to multitask and do everything at one time. It's not enough hours in the day, but I'm here. I'm here. Lady T, welcome in, though. Welcome in. TT wants us to get the room going, you guys, within the first 10 minutes. So we'll see if we push this, we'll see if it pushes out the live a little bit more. But listen, you guys, I did a live on Saturday talking about credit unions versus big banks, right? And we were talking about high yield savings account. So I felt like it was appropriate to talk about money market accounts versus high yield savings accounts. Okay. And which one wins? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, you guys. Bear, welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. So that's what we're talking about because I was doing my own research, money market. So these are two of the, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me. These are two savings accounts, you guys, two savings accounts. But which one is better? Money market or high yield savings? So we are going to talk about it tonight. I felt like, again, the good evening, friend. Good evening. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hopefully you are doing well on your what's today, y'all? Tuesday. See, my days is all mixed up. My days is mixed up. Thank you so much for the 2026's friend LaShawn. Welcome in, America. Welcome in, friend. Yes, we're going to talk about, thank you so much for the populars, y'all. And again, I'm trying to get within the first 10 minutes since I just started to tap out the live so we can get it to 10K because TT be wanting us to get the live to 10K within the first 10 minutes. So if you guys can help me out with that goal, it would be greatly appreciated. Hello, I just want to stop by and tell you that you're very beautiful and you have a good night, sister, from another Mr. Oh, well, just a chill dude. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the kind words, friend. I truly appreciate you for watching on the YT. Truly appreciate you. My name is Janine. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. I am a financial coach. So on this channel or on this live, we talk about all things personal finances. So tonight we will be talking about two savings accounts, you guys. Two savings account, a money market account or a high yield savings account, and which one wins. Okay. Which one? No problem. I'll subscribe. Oh, yes, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing and just going to watch the videos, getting my watch hours up on the YT. Thank you so much. And I truly appreciate you. But yes, y'all, listen, Mystic, am I saying it right? Welcome in, you guys. Welcome in. And again, we're going to be talking about money market accounts versus high yield savings. I felt like this was a good matchup, y'all, right? It was a good matchup. Now, do you know the difference? We're going to talk about it tonight. And which one is better for your your finances, a money market account or a high yield savings account? So I felt like this was appropriate enough for you guys for us to talk about it. Okay. And again, I know I need to get better with my time. I'm going to get better with my time, you guys. Okay. We definitely am. But we are going to talk about it. Okay, y'all. So let me know how your evening is going. Put it in the chat. Is it Tuesday, y'all? I keep thinking Wednesday. I don't know why I'm thinking Wednesday, y'all. And it's really Tuesday. I don't know why I keep thinking Wednesday. Maybe it feel like a Wednesday. You know, with the whole Martin Luther King Day, that probably just threw me off. But yes, put it in the chat. Let me know how you guys are doing. And we almost at 7K, y'all. If we can tap it out to 10K. So we want to get some more people in the room, especially when we're talking about these financial topics that some people may know, some people may not know. Put it in the chat if you know the difference between a money market account or a high yield savings account. Put it in the chat if you know the difference. Let me know. Do you know the difference? Let me know, because I realized when I was doing the live on Saturday. No, oh, Rose, you said, I believe I do. Oh, okay. Rose, you said no today. You said, oh, I believe I do. Okay. Let me know. Have you been in a situation? No. Oh, I got a co-host who listen, I don't know why I'm declining the calls. Let me know, you guys. We have 9 people in the room. Let me know if you know the difference between a money market account and a high yield savings. Let me know if you know the difference. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know, you guys. Put it in the chat. Let me know. I feel like this was such a good because here's what I will say. They are very, how's your day going? It's going absolutely great. I hope your day is going great. They are similar accounts. They're savings accounts, okay? Because tonight we're talking about, again, money market accounts and high yields. They're both savings accounts and they're very, very similar, okay? So I will just say that, but we will definitely dig into which one is better, or, which one is better for your financial picture. Okay, so you guys, we always start the live with a couple engagement questions. So let's just see, where everybody is at. So put it in the chat. Do you currently have a regular savings account, a high yield savings account, or a money market account? Let me know. Do you have one of the 3? Do you have a saving? Do you have a regular savings? Do you have a high yield savings, or do you have a money market account? Let me know. I know, again, we talked about high yield savings before. I would say, me personally, I have a high yield savings. Do I have a regular savings? I do got a regular savings. So you got a high yield savings. Okay. So you know how with most banks, you guys, when you open up a checking account, you have like the checking and the savings. That's what I have with, most of my banks. But I don't have a money market account. Just a regular savings. Rose, you said just a regular savings. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I said I honestly have both. Like, I have the regular savings, and then I have the high yield savings as well. And again, you know how, you guys, when you open up a account with the bank, they usually open you up a savings account and a checking account. So I pretty much have that. But we don't park our money in there. We don't really park our money in there. Okay. So this is and again, we kind of talked about this before, but did you know that your savings account can earn around 4% right now? Do you guys know? And most people probably know, but do you know that your savings account can earn about, I got a flash goal already, y'all. Let's see what the flash goal is. 9 people, let's see. And I bet you it's heart me's. Of course it is, y'all. Because, TT just want to be messy, okay? Knowing darn well people already gave their heart me, okay? And it's asking for 7 people to give your heart me. If you didn't give your heart me and you want to help me out with my goal on TT, it would be greatly appreciated. But I know, you guys, if you've already gave your heart me already, then it's nothing. Look, listen, I know TT be playing, y'all, knowing darn well to send this flash goal when people already have came in the room and gave it their heart me. Like, why? Why? Sorry, fam. No, I know it's with that. My banker recommended against the money market. Ooh, okay. Let me share and hope new people come in the room. Yes. Hopefully new people come in the room. Oh, that's good information, because your banker told you against the money market. Great advice. We will see. Now, this is my next question to you guys. Is your emergency fund easy? Sonia, welcome in. Is your emergency fund easy or hard for you to touch? Is it easy for you to touch, or is it hard for you to touch? because some people will have like the emergency fund and like, online banking. Sometimes, some banks, when you want to withdraw the money, easy, but we don't touch it. Oh, pleasantries, welcome in, friend, welcome in. I would say that's good, because some banks, you guys, some of them will have like, let's say if you want to take out a certain amount from the bank, you have to wait like 24 hours or maybe 48 hours. And they probably, put this barrier on. So hard to touch. And I also keep some money liquid. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so you said hard to touch. Love it. We don't do the online banking. Oh, okay, Pleasantries. You said you don't do the online banking. And again, that is okay. You rather listen, I do like, going into the bank and they know me. I feel like the bank that's near me, they be like, oh, wait a minute, aren't you like the financial culture? Don't you do the cash? I'm like, yep, that's me. And my bank, the credit union that's near me, they allow me to put my business cards in their bank and stuff like that. So you definitely develop a relationship with the bank. So I do like that. The online banks, I mean, they have their perks as well too. So I feel like, it just really depends on what you really need it for. You know what I mean? So we will see. We will see. Dag man, I'm so mad that TT gave me the heart me y'all for the flash goal. And they be like, we should get the flash goal. But see, TT wanted to just play with me tonight, y'all. So whatever. We still have the 7 heart me goal. So we will see. Hard because I have given it to my cousin to put it in her safe. Oh, okay. You said hard because you're giving it to your cousin to put in her safe. Okay. Okay. And the only thing, Rose, that I would say about that is, putting it in a safe is not gaining any type of interest. It's not gaining any money for you. That's the only thing. So, but again, if you're like, Janine, that's what I kind of want to do. I get it. I get it. Tisha, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, this is a great topic, friend. Listen, this is a great topic, but why we have 7 heart me goals right now, friend. Okay, to CT want to play and you got the good combo. Exactly, Deshaun, exactly. But TT is asking me for this 7 heart me. So if you can grab your daily heart me, it would be greatly appreciated. You sent 400 comments in your live. And honestly, this live was inspired by our credit union one that we did, since it did so well, right? Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me, friend. Or gifting suspended for 10 minutes. This behavior is not in line with our policy. Gifted is suspended for 10 minutes. Reason, limited interaction. Learn more. What? What is that, y'all? Live monetization. What the hell? That is weird. Wait, what exactly, y'all? It's saying gifted is suspended for, the notice is unclear, and I'm not sure why I got this restriction exactly. My live is not. I'm like, yeah, let me just appeal that, because I don't even know what that's for. Y'all, I don't even know. What exactly, y'all? What? I don't even know. TTV plan. I don't even know. It says the gifting is restricted for 10 minutes. TT acting up. Exactly. I cannot give. I know. It's saying this. I just appealed it for a second, you guys. So, hopefully. I don't even understand. Well, we'll see. I don't even. That's so weird. Because, like, how would you sit up there and suspend it? And we talking about the heart me's, which is something that you created. This platform is crazy, y'all. Probably because of what you said about the gifting. What did I say? What did I say? I don't even remember what I said now. Let me know what I said. Did I say, what did I say? That we need to get the heart me? I don't even know, y'all. Ugh. Probably maybe the way I said it. Like, please grab your dad. Or maybe because I was like, okay, please grab your. I don't know why it's giving me heart me's. Oh, yeah, maybe. It's funny, y'all. That is wild. Isn't it wild? Like, you don't want to put the flash goal. I don't create the flash goal. You do. Like, that's so crazy, y'all. So we'll see. We'll see. We ain't worried about it, okay? Listen, these things, gifts is suspended for, they keep changing things. Exactly. Okay, y'all? Listen, they ain't gonna interrupt our live, okay? So anyway, Again, you guys, so we are going to talk about, okay, so what did we say? We talked about emergency fund, whether I can't participate in the savings account for religious reasons. I can't take the interest. Okay. Okay. Since it's religious reason rules, I completely understand. Okay, no problem. No problem. Okay, so this is another question, you guys. Do you prefer flexibility with your money or honestly, Carolyn, welcome in, friend, welcome in. Do you prefer flexibility with your money or stricter boundaries? Good evening, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Now, I know you probably can't get your heart, me friend, because they are we got an R in this live where the gifting is suspended for 7 minutes, you guys. So again, I know you probably can't get, which is crazy wild to me. But yeah. So you sent 200 comments in my live, friend. You sent 200 comments in my live. Thank you so much. So yeah, do you prefer flexibility with your money or stricter boundaries? What would Joel do? Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. So it probably depends on the season. So do you guys prefer flexibility with your money or do you prefer stricter boundaries? I feel like it really depends on the purpose of the account. It really just depends on the purpose of the account. Right. And it do depend on the season, but I feel like it really depends on the purpose of the account. So if it's just like, because hey, flagged me today too. Oh, it flagged you again today too. Oh, okay. Latanya, welcome in, welcome in. Joel, it did that to you. The same thing was it for the gifts? Did you get the R for the gifts? Because that's what I got an R for. And now it must know that it's probably something going on with the thing that I'm glad that it's not just me, friend. Okay. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it just flagged me as well. So we will see. We will see how long it gives us the art. We got about 5 more minutes, so we'll see if it does it or not. But we were asking the question, do you prefer flexibility with your money or stricter boundaries? I would say, again, it depends on the purpose of the account, and it really depends on Shamia, welcome in. The purpose, and just like Rose said, you said the season. It really just depends. Because on some, like if the savings account is like, what do I want to say? If it's like long term, then I wouldn't mind if it has stricter boundaries. So it's long term because I just want the money to grow for me. But if it's like, a buffer in my checking account or my savings account, then I definitely want the flexibility. And then for real, I will want the flexibility in reference to the emergency fund, because we definitely want to make sure that if something when an emergency hit, that we want the flexibility of the emergency fund. So let me know, you guys. Put it in the chat again. Do you prefer flexibility or stricter boundaries? So let me know. Now, this is a great question. Have you ever opened up a bank account just because someone told you to without really knowing why? Have you ever really opened up a bank account and you just did it because somebody told you to? And not really having a purpose to it, just like, oh, I'm just gonna open it up to open it up. Flexibility. Loretta, you said flexibility. Nice. I definitely like the flexibility as well. But I will say sometimes when you do have stricter boundaries to the savings account, you'll think twice before, again, is this really emergency? Do I really need this money? Like, sometimes those boundaries are like, great, because then you'll be like, oh, I don't really need it, or you know what I mean? So yeah, we will see. Okay, let me see. Let's see. All right, you guys, let me see. All right, it's 3 minutes. All right. So we're talking about, you guys, money market versus high yield savings account. Which one wins? Which one? Money market or high yield savings? So let's just start off with, what is a money market account? Put it in the chat if you know what a money market account is, put it in the chat, y'all, before I drop the gems, before I let you know what a money market account is. Let me know if you know. Put yes in the chat if you know. No in the chat. You're like, girl, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know, you guys, if you know. Yes, yes. Oh, brother, yes. Okay, y'all. Nope. Rose said nope. Rose said nope. But I got some yeses in the chat. Okay. Let me know who else, you guys. We got 14 people in the room. Let me know if you know what a money market account is versus a high yield savings. Put it in the chat. And again, if you don't know, it is okay. This is a safe space. This is why we talk about the finances. We talk about all things personal finances. So if you don't know what it is, you will know in a few minutes. Guarantee you will learn something on this live. So it's okay if you don't know. Put a yes in the chat if you know, and a no in the chat if you don't. So let me know. Let me know. And again, y'all, they are very similar. Okay. They're very close. And again, the one thing that I will say, you guys, they are both savings accounts. So a money market account is a savings account. A high yield savings is a savings account. So we're going to get into it. So again, the acronyms for the high yield savings is HYSA, right? So if you see that, you see this HYSA, if you see that, that's a high yield savings account. And the money market account acronyms is MMA. So you might see that sometimes. You may see MMA and HYSA. So then you'll know the acronyms for it. Okay. So we're going to break it down, you guys. We're going to start with the money market account. Because I feel like I talked about the high yield savings account plenty of times. But the money market I haven't really talked about. So let's just start with the money market account. Okay, a money market is a savings account, also with competitive interest rates. But the difference, because I was really doing my research and references, and I'm like, what is the biggest difference, right? So often with the money market account, they have checking-like features, the ability to write checks or use your debit card, depending on the bank. So I will say again, these accounts are very, very similar, you guys. Okay. So you really got to like pay attention to like kind of like under, because I was doing my research, like, okay, they are very, very similar. So the high yield savings account, you guys, is a savings account with higher interest rate than a standard savings account. We talked about that because that's why it's called high yield, right? Hello, just running through it. Hey, Deborah, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. We're talking about high yield savings account. Let me see. Oh, okay. Now look. Okay, now I see it. Yeah. Look, they took the R off, y'all. Oh, Deborah, you leveled up to level 10, y'all. Okay. So anybody that didn't give the heart me, you guys, you can give it now if you want to give it R. TT took the R off, y'all. I gotta be careful what I say. It took the R off. Okay, so if you want to send populars or whatever, it should work because I just sent it to myself. So because TT is playing, okay, don't play with your girl. Okay, so yeah, so again, I want to make sure that I explain it because I really had to look at this again, you all. Like I explain it in a way that is basically that makes sense. And let me know, you guys, if you're like, girl, you don't make sense, let me know. Right. So remember, high yield. Oh, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me, Loretta. Welcome in, welcome in. So the high yield savings account is the savings account with a higher interest rate, right, than a standard saving account, depending on, if you're saving, depending on the interest rate. Like it depends on the bank. So we know that the money market account is a savings like account with competitive interest rates. Okay. So here's one of the things that I wanted to say. Sure, Shati, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. We're talking about high yield savings account versus money market accounts. So here's a couple things that I want you guys to think about. Because again, we're talking about like, what's the purpose of these accounts, right? So both a high yield savings account and a money market account pay interest. Both of them are, right? But typically on the high yield savings there, they offer higher interest rates because it's purely for savings. The money market accounts offer, competitive rates, but sometimes slightly less interest rates than the high yield savings. Okay. So again, remember, the high yield savings is, the higher interest rate, and the money market accounts, often you can write checks and debit card privileges. So that's like the biggest like difference. You're not writing checks from the high yield savings account. And again, I mean, you probably can get a debit card from the high yield savings account, but the biggest difference would be the check feature. So let me know if you like. We got it. Dean, you're welcome in. Welcome in. Let me know, you guys, if you like Janine, we got it, or you like, girl, we don't get it. Let me know if you understand the difference between a money market account and a high yield savings account. Put it in the chat like, got it, or no, we don't get it. Gifting restored. Okay. Got it. Don't sleep on checking accounts with good rates. I get 4% on mine. I'm bothered by negativity. Welcome in. Welcome in. Wait a minute. Let's see. So Loretta, you said you got it, but don't sleep on checking accounts with good rates because you got 4%. Wait a minute, friend. You got 4% on your checking account? Wait a minute. Okay, I'm listen. I guess I might be sleeping on a checking account because I would say my checking account don't get no 4%. Wait a minute. Is that like a special? Please tell, friend. Yes, ma'am. BCU. Is that a credit union? Oh, and Trisha T, you want me to explain the a high yield savings account versus money market account again? Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, BCU. Is that okay? It's a credit union. But Loretta, is it a special account? Is it a special checking account? Because that's just not usually normal for a checking account. 4%. Whoa. I mean, if you are getting 4%, that is a lot for a checking account. That's definitely a lot for a checking account. Yeah. No, it's the regular. Really? It's the regular. And you get 4% off of the checking. Nice. Because you're typically getting 4% off of the high yield savings. That's like pretty much the average ballpark. I always tell my clients in my community, when you're looking for a high yield savings account, make sure that the minimum is 3.5% or higher on the high yield savings. Oh, where are they located? Exactly. With 3K direct deposit and 29 transactions. Oh, okay. Now y'all see? Now I knew it was some caveat, y'all. I said, no, wait a minute now, because these big things just giving you out the money. They just not giving you that, y'all. Oh, that's the case. Exactly. Trisha, you see, I'm about to say, y'all, they not just gonna give you 4% just to give you 4%. So let's just clear it up, because I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That just because I knew it was a catch somewhere. So okay, so y'all see the catch though, right? So to get 4% off of the checking account, you have to have a 3K direct deposit and 29 transactions. Okay. Now, here's what I would say. The high yield savings account, that now if you're paying your bills and buying groceries, that's not hard. I agree. I don't think that the 29 transactions are not hard. And you saying 3K through direct deposit. So if people are not getting enough direct deposit in there, the 3K may be hard. And it's my thing is, do you have to keep 3K minimum in that account? Like, do you have to make sure that the minimum it stays in 3K? Because that's how you get you. And wait a minute, let me see. The banker recommended against MMA due to a lower interest rate with heavy withdrawal fees. Yes. Yep. No minimum. Okay. So no minimum. Okay, nice. Okay, but you do have to have a direct deposit of 3K. And yes, Beryl, you said that the banker recommended against MMA. So yeah, that's the biggest thing. So again, the difference with the high yield savings and the money market accounts do have competitive rates, but their rates are not as usually high as the high yield savings. The 3K Gemini, in, welcome in. That's 3K. Okay. Not all at once a month. Okay, that's what I was figuring. But still, your direct deposit for your checks has to be over 1,500 coming in there. Okay. Now again, everybody, so again, Gemini, welcome in. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So your direct deposit has to be happy Tuesday, Quinn. Happy Tuesday. Demon, welcome in, welcome in. So your direct deposit has to be 1,500 or more going into your checking account, which, I feel like, that's definitely, if not 3K, you get 1%. Oh, I knew it was so, you didn't mean, we know it. Listen, because they're not just gonna give you regular 4% without no, like, you know what I mean? And again, the high yield savings, a lot of them, like depending on the banks, SoFi, right, you guys, that one I think requires a deposit. Now, again, for the high yield savings that have the higher interest, they want to see that money coming in. So like I said, the 3K is, I think for SoFi to get like 3.8%, they want you to have 1,500 direct deposit going into the account. So it's half of that, but again, I don't think the interest rate is at 4%. I think it's like 3.8. And again, but still, 4% is not bad. And again, just like you said, if it's your bill account and you have that money, what is cash back? Wait a minute, what is cash back? So cash back usually, Miss Rosa, welcome in, friend, welcome in. Cash back usually is the benefit that they give you off of, like, if you have, because I have a credit card that has cash back. So they give you cash, they give you a percentage, but it's really low. It's probably like 1 to 2% every time you use the credit. Usually cash back, those features are usually with credit cards. So usually they'll take a percentage of every time you swipe your, if you swipe your credit card, you'll get like a 2% cashback fee, or, 2%, a 1%, depending on like the card. I actually have a credit card that gives me, I think, 2% cashback. I know. Oh, hey friend, hey, welcome in. Daniel, welcome back and welcome in back. And we're talking about money market accounts versus high yield savings accounts. Welcome in. So and again, Ms. Rosa, you view on the products. It really depends on the card, but again, like the cashback. Oh yeah, Loretta, where's the credit union? But it really depends on the card and the stipulations. But okay. So that's good. So that is good, you guys. So again, I want to make sure that I want to make sure that see you later, friend. Great information always. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much for being here. So we understand. Oh, thank you so much for becoming a title gifter, friend. Thank you so much for becoming a title gifter, touching that gift gallery, friend. Thank you so much, friend. Okay, so we understand what the high yield savings account and the money market account is, y'all. Okay, I'm just gonna repeat it just in case. So the high yield savings is a saving account with higher interest rate than a standard savings account, and the money market account, you guys, is a savings like account, right? And again, the difference is they often include some check-like features. You're able to write a check through the money market account. You're able to use your debit card. But again, like we said, majority of the time, the interest rates on the money market accounts are lower than your high yield savings. So again, it really just depends on where you hey, stopping by before I get on live, how it goes. Good. Welcome in, Glenn. Welcome in. Truly appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, me friend. Welcome in. It's going great. It is going great. We're talking about high yield savings account versus money market accounts tonight. So definitely it is going great. I wish you well on your live, friend. But thank you so much for the finger hearts. Okay, so all right, so we did that. Also, too, you guys, one of the things, to the flexibility when it comes down to your money, right? High yield savings account, are easy to transfer money in and out, usually no check writing or debit card access, right? So that's the biggest difference. Usually with the high yield savings accounts, you're not writing checks or the debit card access. It's just really, we really just want to keep our high yield savings account for our emergency funds. You're not writing checks out of that account. You're putting money into it because remember, compound interest is our best friend. And we talked about what compound interest is, you guys, okay? Compound interest is definitely your best friend. Okay. So again, we want to park that in our high yield savings account. We just want to be parking that money. I got to transfer my money to my high yield savings. Yes. Okay. Listen, my high yield savings, I get my little interest every month, y'all. Now, again, it's, it's the interest is not going to you ain't gonna get rich off of it. But the more money that we're putting into our high yield savings account, with the interest rate of like 3.5 or higher, listen, every month, I have Capital One, so every month I see the little deposit of the interest rate that my money is just making. Every month I see it adding up at every single month. Now again, the more money that you're putting in your high yield savings account, the more interest is going to gain, right? The more money. And again, we ain't doing nothing with that money, y'all. We just allowing it to sit there and we just allowing it to gain some compound interest, y'all. And again, right now, mine's is like a cup of coffee, a little more than a cup of coffee, like $10 a month. But again, right? That $10 is just for money sitting there. So the more money I put in there, that $10 gonna turn into 15 to 20, okay? And listen, this is what the rich folks do, okay? They sit up there and spend their compound interest. They live off of that, and then they don't touch the principal, okay? So the higher that high yield savings account goes, the more money, the compound interest. So we may be at a point where you getting about what, like $200, $300, $200, $300 dollars in your high yield savings. Now, again, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna have to have a lot of money in there, probably like thousands of dollars. That's great. 120 a year, better than pennies on a dollar. Exactly, Loretta. Listen, you got that right. Every little bit adds up. Trisha say absolutely. Okay. So, but again, the more money that you put in there, the higher that you will see that compound interest. And again, like I said, this is what the rich folk do. They live off of their compound interest. They don't touch their principal. So can you imagine if you started saving, doing like a high yield savings account when you're 18? I'll be saying, like, that's why I'm getting my sons on it now, y'all. Okay. Pennies that are no longer being made. Exactly. Pennies are no longer being, yeah, I know. But I just be thinking about like really trying to get, sometimes I feel like I wish I would have known this information. Not to say that I wish I would have known this information, but I really wish I would have took some action in reference to things that I know now, like at 18, 19, 20. Can you imagine putting some money in a high yield savings account starting at 18 and then look at it when you're 40, like, or 30 something? You'd be like, just having that money grow, or putting it in the stock market, putting it in the S&P 500. Put it in some, diversifying your money. Can y'all imagine? I just be saying, man, would agree. We would be smiling. Listen, Trisha, I be telling my sons right now. I said, listen, they say that if you invest, I think it's from 18, if you invest $100 a month from 18 to I think like 40 something, don't quote me. You will have over 100K in the bank, over from 18 to like 40 something. Because again, it's not the gift rich, quick schemes, y'all. It's like the slow and steady, like the slow. They say, who's the guy? What's his name? One of the billionaires. What's his name? Oh God, his name is right on the top of my thing, and he's a billionaire. But they say he started investing when he was like 10. What is his name? Yes, Warren Buffett. Oh, yes, Glenn Miller. Look, I knew it came there. Warren Buffett. Okay. They said that he didn't really become a billionaire until he was like in his 60s or something. Like that money, he just slowly invested his money, starting out very young. He didn't get into like wealth until like his 60s, y'all. Okay. LOL, a boomerang. Coach, you said boomerang. No, Warren Buffett, you guys. Warren Buffett. I worked with him You worked with him for 2 summers? Did you? What? What did you learn from him? What did you learn? You listen. Did you learn a lot? I would have been taking notes like, listen, tell us what. I didn't hear the question. I said, I was thinking about the billionaire that started investing his money when he was like 10. And Glenn put it in the chat, which is Warren Buffett. He's like a big financial like guru. He's like a billionaire. And he started investing his money early. Early. I did. He was so cool. Was he? Was he? That was so mean. That probably was. I know who he is. Oh, you know who he is. Yeah, that probably was an opportunity of a lifetime. If I could just prick his brain, I would be like, listen, tell me all. But again, like I said, slow and steady. He invested his money, early on, and again, he said that he didn't really become rich until like his 60s. So I was just saying all that to say that if we start investing, like I tell my kids, y'all need to start investing now. Like we are going to do it. I wish that we talked more about that in our community, because in our community, y'all, it's like it was, and our coach didn't tell us. Oh yes, let me say it was, and our coach didn't tell us he was going to be the surprise addition to our summer program. Oh, so he was the surprise. Yes, yeah, that would have been really cool. Yeah, that would have been really cool to like work with him. But again, you guys, I feel like the culture that we grow up with, or I know for mine, it's more like, let's get the latest Louis, okay? Let's get the latest Gucci bag. Let's get the latest, like, the flyest car and all of that. It's like these billionaires, okay? They're living below their means. They have the Levi jeans on, y'all, okay? They are just slow and steady investing. They're just they're probably was driving a Toyota or something, right? They're not wearing all of the designer. They're not doing all of that, okay? Because they are investing all their money. That's what they're doing. So that's why, again, I'm so passionate about the personal finances, because I want us all to get our money together. And not only in 2026, but just to educate ourselves as much as we can as a community. Okay, you guys. So that's one of the things. But yeah, that would have been cool to work for him. I would have been like, oh, yes. All right, y'all. So again, all right. So the money market accounts versus, so yeah. So the thing about it is, and I felt like I said, I felt like this was definitely a good topic. Money market versus high yield savings. So one of the things that I did want to say, honestly, Karen, welcome back in, friend. Welcome back in. So usually, again, for the high yield savings account, you're usually earning around 4%. The money market account, you're usually earning 3.6. And usually, I would just say, when answering this question, money market versus high yield savings, I'm going to personally say the high yield savings is going to win all day, every day, because the interest rate is higher. Okay, so we need all our coins. We need the interest rate to definitely be higher. So definitely I can understand. Somebody, Beryl put in the chat that her banker told her to that money market accounts, she should do a high yield savings account. So I understand why. So let me see. Also, too, the difference between, I like your mic. Thank you. What's the highest interest rate you've seen high yield savings account go? Now it depends. It's a great question. Trisha T, it depends on the actual, like, the market. I know that right now the average is 4%, but again, I think there was a time, and I think this was probably, I don't know if it was during COVID, you guys. I think I have seen it go to, like, people were saying that it may have went to like 7 to 8%, but it really depends on the market. It really depends on it. But I know the average right now, I would say, wow, okay, yeah. But again, I think that wasn't average. That wasn't average for sure. And it really just, it did. Do you remember, Glam? Yeah, 7 to 8%. I do remember. I do remember. And again, I forgot. Like I'm trying to think about when it was like that. Let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Um, let me see if I could type this in my computer. Let's see. Let's see. What is this saying? So again, the high yield savings account, right? It is tied to the Federal Reserve. So it depends. So I'm trying to think about when this was. It said it did hit 7%. I'm trying to figure out when. Yeah, it did. So the Federal Reserve, that's what the high yield savings account are tied to with the interest rates. But I think it was, although the rates were historically high in recent years after the Fed fought for inflation. I think it was high during inflation. It said especially during 2022 and 2023, and I figured during COVID. I know it was rates and stuff like that crazy during COVID. But again, it depends on the Federal Reserve, though. But that's a good question, though. But again, usually, typically, they're not that high. They're not that high. 4% is like the average. Because you know how, because prime example, you know how mortgages right now, the average interest rate on a mortgage is about what, 6%? I'm thinking. I think it's like between 5 to 6%. When I bought my house, y'all, and again, your girl will never be refinancing. I don't care. My interest rate on my house is 3.6, 3.6, yeah, 3.6125. I'm pretty sure that the interest rates on the house will probably never see that again. And again, it was only that because of COVID. Okay. So, the houses that are 3%, you just are never going to see those rates again. My mom's interest rate is 2%, y'all. 2%. People that have interest rates, and again, this was during the whole COVID time, everything like that, we just will never see those rates again. We would just never see it. I hear you. On that minus 3.2. Exactly. I'm so jealous of your rate. I know, Rose. Listen, y'all. I was like, listen, your girl had to get in when the getting was good. Okay. I was like, literally, and you know what is so crazy, you guys? When I bought my house, no lie, I'm telling you the truth. And this is how you know it was God, right? When I bought my house, I remember my mortgage guy telling me, he said that if we would have signed on the house 1 week later, 1 week, my interest rate would have been, instead of it being 3.6, it would have jumped up to like 6 something. Ours is around 6 something. I know, Rose. I know it. Listen, when I tell you it was nothing but God, yo, I was like, listen, I know. And I said, listen, you can't convince me to ever refinance this house ever. Okay. 3.6, you just not going to see those rates again. You just not. So if you have a 2% rate on your house, or a 3%, listen, you better stay in there. You better not get no HELOCs on it. Don't mess up your interest rate at all. Just pay it. Just pay the monthly payment a month. You keep it. But like I said, my first house, my interest rate was 7%. I think it was around 7%, something like that. So 6-ish, 7. So that's never, especially the way things are going. Exactly, friend. Exactly. But some people will be liking to just, dabble in it. I'm like, no, y'all, I can't do it. Harvey, welcome in. But just like I said, just like the interest rates on the mortgages, it's the same depending on the market. Again, with the high yield savings accounts being at 7%, I'm pretty sure it was around COVID time. But again, those are not going to be average. Can you imagine 7 to 8% on your money? Like if you already had a good amount in there and you're getting 7 to 8% on your high yield savings account, do you know how much money you will be gaining in interest every month? Yes, y'all. Listen, yes, yes. I thought HELOC doesn't mess with your mortgage rate. So HELOC is like a second mortgage. I don't think it we haven't seen those rates since the 80s. Oh, since the 80s. Since the 80s. Okay, since the 80s. Yeah, likely in the it says the 1980s when the economy had double digit rates. So they had double digit rates in the 80s, y'all, of the high yield savings account. So HELOC, Trisha T, is a second mortgage. So the thing about it is with HELOCs, it's attached to your house, right? So like if you was to sell that, correct, right? So again, I don't think it messes with your interest rate, but if you was to sell your house, like you still have to pay the HELOC. And a lot of people, so it's almost like, I want to say it's almost like a lien against your home equity line of credit. That's better. But I would say it's almost like it's a second mortgage, exactly. And I would say it's almost like a lien against your house. I don't want to use the word lien, but if you was to sell your house, you have to make sure you clear both of it. You got to clear the first mortgage and the second mortgage. So, and if it doesn't affect your first mortgage. It doesn't affect your first mortgage. It's a lien. I'm like, wait a minute. Let me see. It's a lien. It's like a lien. Wait a minute. Let me see what this says. No, it doesn't. Wait a minute. No, it's a second. No, it's a second. I'm a loan officer. Okay. You're saying it's a second. It's a second mortgage. So does it affect your first one? Listen, you pay two mortgages. Oh, listen, listen. You are borrowing against the equity. That's what I figured. You're borrowing against the equity. So you paying two payments. Again, like I say, y'all, your girl ain't gonna act. Yup, that's a joke in itself. Exactly. Because I'm trying to think about, then why would people do that? Because like that don't make no sense to me. Why would you do that? I'm just trying to figure out like what? Yeah. Why would you? I wouldn't even recommend that for nobody to do. Paying two mortgages for what? Just to get the cash out? Because you just are getting the cash out because the rate is better than a credit card. Because they probably don't know better. They definitely probably don't know it's over. They use it to remodel. If you're in debt or need the cash, that's what I was about to say. If you're in debt or need the cash, but most of the time when I hear about the HELOCs, their rates are like, are they fixed rates? And is it better than the rates are lower than an actual like credit card? Isn't it better just to do with a home line of credit than rather doing a HELOC and paying a second mortgage? Not as bad as you think, as long as you pay it back. They tried getting me with that. I was like, no, I would be the same way. What? Listen, okay. Listen, the one thing I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I ain't gonna come on here and be like, oh, your girl know everything. I know what I'm learning. Like, wait a minute. I just never thought it would make sense anyway, but I guess, like I said, it really probably depends on your purpose. And home equity line of credit and HELOCs are the same. Are they? Listen, your girls learning so okay. They're the same. Okay. So it basically would be okay. So it's still two mortgages. So if it's the same, then I definitely probably wouldn't recommend the home line of credit. I mean the home equity line of credit then, for surely not. But again, just like you said, your thing is you just have to have a strategy for whatever you choose and know what it entails. Correct. HELOC is an acronym. Oh, listen, Loretta, you are telling us the thing. Okay. Listen, I love it. So HELOC is an acronym. Okay. Yes, HELOC is an acronym. Listen, y'all, listen. Okay. I'm learning, right? Like, you know how you hear certain stuff and you be like, oh, I think I know it, but then you don't really like, I'm like, oh, okay. But okay, HELOC is that. Listen, y'all. Your girl is learning. Just listen, tell me the gems. Tell me the gems for sure. But just like Glam, I will say though, just like you said, you definitely have to have a strategy. You definitely have to have a strategy, whatever you do, right? Paying off debt, saving money, getting on a budget. You definitely have to have a strategy. So you would definitely have to look into if that makes sense for your, financial picture. If it makes sense to, get a HELOC or a home equity line of credit. Oh, that's the acronym. Oh, I just got it, y'all. Like, oh my God, Coach. Oh, well, look. I just realized that home equity line of credit is HELOC. Oh, wait a minute. It just literally came to me, y'all. Like, I'm like, wait. I just finally rates are higher than first mortgage, but lower than credit cards or a loan. Boy, y'all. I just literally look. I just got. I'm like, home equity line of credit. That's what the HELOC stands. Listen, y'all like, girl, get it together. Okay. We got a loan officer in here telling us the gems. Okay. She like, girl, get it together. I just got here. Kosh Bagash. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. We're talking about HELOC's home equity line of credit, friend. Okay. And we were talking about money market accounts and high yield savings accounts. So welcome in. We talk about all things personal finances. We learn from each and every one of us. So welcome in, friend. Welcome in. I agree. Most credit cards are 20% or higher. So the HELOCs will be cheaper. Be lower for the interest rate. So I get that. I get that. But I will say you definitely have to do your research though, because again, there are some credit cards that have a lower interest rate. You know how they have like the 0% for a certain amount of time. So it really just depends. I feel like the HELOC will only really make sense. And again, it really just depends on if you're trying to take out like a large sum, right? Like of cash. Because they do have credit cards that are lower than 20%. Oh, I'm late. Oh, Clinty, you late. Look, thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart, my friend. Oh, we getting into the financial stuff. So we're talking about money market accounts versus high yield savings accounts, and we also was talking about the HELOC. Yes, I had a client get 100K clear. That's what I was about to say, because now I'm just thinking about it financially. Yes, I had a client get 100K, clear their debt, and payment was cheaper than their debt payments. Now I get that. It sounds like a hot mess. Fro said, girl, this is too much. It sounds like a whole hot mess. Now, here's the one thing I will say. Now, I'm just going to say it now. As you know, in the finance, world and stuff like that, that client that got the 100K for real. And again, this is just my personal opinion, y'all. You just moving around a debt, right? You just moving around a debt. And I get that you're saying that the payments was lower. But one of the things that I would say, gotta understand it and be financially responsible. Exactly. Because one of the things that I have seen and just, listening to different financial podcasts is like, if you're taking out the HELOC, getting 100K in cash, paying off the debt, but then you use that same money and you pay off the debt and then get in more debt. That doesn't make any sense, even though your payment is lower. So I do agree that you need to be wise when you're making these decisions, because the biggest thing that I would say for personal finances or, just any financial decisions, you need to look at your behavior, right? What got you in debt the first place? And did we learn from it? Because at the end of the day, you taking out, again, the cash to make the payment cheaper, but then you didn't correct the habits that again, that allows you to get into debt in the first place. So that's the only thing that I would say. Did we correct the the right, like, because for real, that just means that you're moving around the debt, right? That just means you're moving around the debt. But if we don't really correct, our spending habits, uh, did you learn? Exactly. If we don't correct our spending habits, there's plenty of people, again, like I said, you guys, having the clients, so many people say that Janine, I got out of debt, right? Got out of debt, and then now they're back in it. So it's just like, again, we need to learn to live below our means. Instant gratification. Most people who have bad habits don't qualify because their credit is not good enough. Okay. So you said most people don't qualify because their credit is not good enough. Okay, that's it. Like that would be the only thing, because again, like, I listen to so many like financial podcasts and stuff like that, and people will say my HELOC payment is extremely high, and now I have even more debt, and it's just like behavioral changes. One of the things that they say is what, when it comes down to personal finances, is what, 20% head knowledge, 80% behavioral. 20% head knowledge. Meaning you don't really got to know. You know the basics of when it comes down to personal finances. 80% behavioral. How are you changing your behavior? Thank you so much for the galaxy, friend. Oh my God. Yo, with it. Thank you so much, fam. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much for the galaxy. Truly appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Sometimes it's just not spending habits. Sometimes it's situations that cause it. Now that, Trisha, I agree. I do agree. I do agree that sometimes it's they probably, let me see. They probably got an adjustable rate to always get fixed rates. Yes. Now that's what I definitely heard. That a lot of times when they are getting the HELOCs, they're getting adjustable rates. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Now, of course, fixed rate is always definitely wealthy habits. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. And I do agree, sometimes it is situational. It definitely, wealthy habits pro. Welcome in, welcome in. I do believe that, that it's not always the spending habits. I will say a lot of times it is, but it's not always that. It's definitely not always the spending habits. But you definitely have to and again, like I said, personal finances is, again, it's personal to you. It's situation. Good evening, Janine. Good evening, wealthy habits. Hello, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. I do believe that it really depends on your situation. It definitely does, because some people live off a credit card debt, and some people do that because they lost a job, or maybe they lost a loved one or something like that. So it really just depends. I definitely believe that it's situational, but I do believe sometimes, a lot of times, we live above our means, and I am guilty of it. We live above our means. We spend more than what we make. We don't say no to ourselves, and the spending can just go. We live in a world that is like instant gratification. I need it today. I need it yesterday. And yeah, so I do believe that. But again, just like I always say, make sure you do your research. Again, money market account versus high yield savings account. Look at both of these accounts. Look at the interest rates. Look at the benefits on both, and say, which one is better for you. Again, I will always say, for the interest rates, that's very important. So if the money market account interest rates at 3 point something, and the high yield savings one is at 4, it's like a no-brainer to make sure that you get the high yield savings one. But hey, y'all, listen, we learned a lot. I'm learning, like, we definitely learning. Definitely, for sure. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, your girl know everything, because I don't. Definitely don't. But like I said, it definitely, it just has to make sense for your financial situation. And learning from it really depends on what's going on. So That is good. I felt like, see, I knew this topic was gonna be a good one, y'all. We all learn something new every day, friend, don't we? Okay, listen, we definitely do. We definitely do. That's why I felt like this topic was going to be a good one for sure, for sure. Yeah, and I did with and listen, friend, I did the text post with the credit unions versus big banks. So I was like, we'll see how that goes. But definitely, I felt like it was definitely a needed conversation since we were talking about credit unions versus big banks. And some of you guys, if you guys didn't see my post about credit unions versus big banks, some of you guys' answers was really good. I was working earlier, so I couldn't respond to all of the comments, but when I get off of here, I'm definitely gonna respond. You didn't change the music, did you? Mm-mm. You didn't change the music, did you? No. Was I supposed to? Because I feel like they said you supposed to like whatever. Oh, okay, good. Because whatever that TT chose for the music, that's what I should have kept anyway. Because that's what I did. I was doing it real quick, y'all. I was trying to multitask and work at the same time. So yeah, I did. Now sometimes I do change the music, but on that one I didn't. Do you usually keep the music that's on there? Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, you guys. So we all learning something today, y'all. High yield savings account, money market accounts, HELOCs, okay? The acronym for yep, I kept my music. Oh, okay, nice. Okay. HELOCs, if you guys didn't learn it, we all learned tonight about HELOC, okay, which is a home equity line of credit. Okay, y'all. We all are learning that. And it's over 8,000 views now. Ooh, is it? Nice, friend. Congratulations. That is great. That is great, you guys. That is great. That is really good. Yes. So again, and like I said, you guys, it again, everybody's and almost 300 comments. Nice. Nice, friend. Nice. Listen, it's hard being a content creator, y'all, in these videos. And it's like, yo, you just don't never know. The one video you think will pop off, it doesn't. And then one that you just do on the fly, it does. I couldn't keep up. I just started like it. I know that, oh yeah, with 300 comments, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, friend. Yeah. Um, Right Creations. Thank you so much for sharing out the live, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. We're talking about money market accounts versus high yield savings accounts. Hey, friend, welcome in, welcome in. So yeah, that is a lot. Congratulations. I know, right? You guys, listen. If you guys ever want to watch a good live every time, if you want to learn some great recipes, follow my girl Trisha T, Lynn's Kitchen. Okay. Every time I watch her live, y'all, I feel bad because I should be like, oh, thank you so much for grabbing your deli heart me. Thank you for the follow, right? Creations. Welcome in, welcome in. Every time I watch her live, you guys, I'm like, I should be in there cooking and I don't. Anyone having issues getting their points? Getting their points for the hi, and you are welcome. Thank you. Hey, friend, welcome in, welcome in. Graham getting my points. Oh, you watched my live for 400 minutes. Graham, you talking about getting our points for the campaign that we're in? Let me know what you're talking about. Claiming the points on this live. Oh, I don't know. Maybe before are you getting let me know if you could claim it because I know, let me see. Let my back up. Let me see. I know before they gave me a R, Glam, so it was an issue earlier. But maybe it will work now. It's not letting me do anything, is it? I don't know. I don't even know. I know before, again, no problem here. Oh, okay. Wealthy habits. Okay, nice. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes my phone be glitching too, y'all. So I don't know if that may be but again, I know earlier in the live, yeah, go out and come back. Yeah, I know earlier in the live it gave me an R, y'all, but pals, welcome in. Loretta, you watch my live for 100 minutes. Yes. So yes, y'all. So again, I hope I hope we learn. Pals, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. I just did that. Oh, we just did that. We were talking about high yield savings account versus money market accounts. Pals, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for sharing out the live. And again, you guys, like I said, I think that everybody's how are you? I'm great, friend. I am great. I think when it comes down to your personal finances and making decisions like getting a loan, getting a HELOC, again, a lot of us said this on it. It just has to make sense for you in the season that you're in. Make sure that you do your research. Oh, you level up, friend. Make sure that you are um thank you so much for the popular Loretta. Make sure that you are making sure you're guided with a loan officer or a mortgage. Make sure that you are doing your research when it comes down to it. Don't just rush and make a decision when it comes down to your personal finance. Don't just, when they send you all of the, get this loan for this rate or do this, they entice you with all of the marketing. Make sure you sit down and you do your research. Make sure it's going to make sense for you. If you're thinking about, consolidating, your loan, if you're thinking about, maybe remodeling your house, just make sure that you look at the fine print. Make sure you're understanding what you're signing. Like, okay, is this really worth it? Should I really, get this HELOC? Should I really, get this high yield savings account? Should I really get this loan? Okay, I know that my payment is going to be lower, but is it a APR? Is it a fixed rate? All of these things we have to understand, so we're making educated decisions. And if you don't understand it, make sure that you're talking to a financial advisor, a loan officer, somebody that specializes in in the financial space, so they can explain it to you in a way for you to make informed decisions. But I think the biggest thing sometimes, you guys, is like we'll make decisions like based off of like, emotions or like urgency, like, oh, I need to I need this money and let me just take this loan out real quick. Or that's why, they can, oh, thank you so much for the snapper. Thank you so much. That's like so cute. Thank you so much, friend. When it comes down to one of the things too is like, not making no decisions, based off of your emotion or based off of urgency. Maybe you're in a season where like everything is tight and you like, you know what, let me just get a loan real quick. This is how those payday loans, you guys, man, that's how the payday loans, you get into the payday loan cycle. And the payday loans, man, those interest rates on the payday loans is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. They say that like the predatory loan, the payday loans keep the um the not the low class, but like they keep people poor, basically. That I'm using a different term, but basically stay away from the payday loans, y'all. Don't do the payday loans. But because their interest rates are ridiculous. They're like really, really, really high. But that's why also too, you guys, like I always say, is when it comes down to certain dang TT take up too much storage on our phones. I fixed the issue. Oh, did it? Oh, and you had a lot of storage on here. They are awful, and I pray no one has to do that in Jesus' name. Loretta, listen, friend. Yes, you said they are awful. And you pray that, I don't know if that was the right one, y'all. Probably you pray. You said you pray that no one has to deal with that. Yes, the payday loans, but they target like low income and people that are like check to check, and people that are like closer to the poverty line, you guys, unfortunately, because a lot of times when they do the payday loan, it's like, getting 500, to the next payday, but their interest rates are like sky high. They're like sky high. And I feel like the payday loans, they go after a certain demographic of people, right? They go after a certain demographic of people. So we definitely, they have so many stipulations with payday loans now. It is ridiculous. Exactly. Exactly. And again, like I said, a lot of times people are getting those payday loans because again, they live in check to check. And they was like, you know what, I just need to do something real fast. I just need a quick 500 real fast. I just need a quick $1,000 real fast. And you get into this like cycle because you're basing these decisions off, okay, I just need to pay this, or I just need, And again, that cycle, making financial decisions when your emotions is high and not really thinking clearly, or and not really making the best decisions. It's like they go after a certain amount, they can't pay the loan back because all the interest added up. Exactly. But again, it's like quick, fast money for people that may don't have, good credit or something like that. So like I said, they say that those payday loans keep the poor poor. I'm like, sell those game systems. Exactly. Sell something in your house. Go DoorDash, go Uber Eats, go do something. Yes. But again, it's for like the quick and fast. Let me just get the 500 real quick. Let me just get $1,000 real quick. Some check your credit now. Some check your credit. Okay. Okay. But again, it's like the hustle and bustle. Like, let me just get this real quick. Let me just, let me get the $1,000 real quick. Let me just get 1,500 real quick. And again, it's just like, man, that again, like the interest rates on them is something crazy for sure, for sure. And again, one of the things too that's important is if you're in like a check to check cycle and you feel like, Dad, you know what, like I'm barely living check to check. Sometimes, I always say that, which is so important, is invite God into your finances. Okay. I know sometimes that, it's these seasons right now, it's hard for a lot of people right now. Some of us are coming off of spending a lot during Christmas time, spending a lot during Thanksgiving. And they usually say that, the average person that put, Christmas gifts and stuff on their credit cards, they're paying that stuff off in like February and March. So people are now probably feeling the effects of swiping their cards during the holidays. So if you are in that cycle, make sure that you invite God into your finances, pray about it, ask God to give you wisdom when it comes down to your financial decisions, and also ask him to guide you. If you are constantly in this rat race or this cycle of the check to check, it is a better way. It's definitely a better way. And again, also too, the one thing that I always tell you guys, make sure you give yourself grace when it comes down to your personal finances. We all, I am guilty of it. We all do not make perfect decisions when it comes down to your personal finances. Some people feel like, you should be further than your money. Your sure savings account should be at a certain amount. You should have this invested. Sometimes, life be lifing, right? For a lot of us, right? And give yourself grace when it comes down to your personal finances. We thank God for his grace and his mercy, and he gives us a chance to get it right. He gives us a chance to get it right, y'all. Okay. But appreciate you guys. Let me see. Now y'all know I've been chatting, y'all. Okay, chatting. So let me know if you guys have any questions about the high yield savings account or the money market account or anything we learned about today. I feel like we learned about so much. Let me know. Again, I probably will definitely be saying with the high yield savings, y'all. Definitely high yield savings will be my best friend because it has more interest. And again, you still can do the money market accounts if you feel like that makes sense for you. But high yield savings account is definitely the one that I definitely will be leaning towards, definitely. And let me know, you guys, how you're doing on the savings challenge. Okay. We all are doing a savings challenge as a community. Okay. Let me know how it's going. I think I'm gonna do another video about what I'm saving this week, because I saved $100 2 weeks ago. So let me know how you're doing. If you're in the savings challenge, put it in the chat. If you're not in the savings challenge, it is okay. You still can save with us as a community, but we're doing a cash envelope savings challenge, you guys. That's what I have here. And I saved $100. So let me know how you guys are doing with it. If anybody is in the savings challenge, let me know. I feel like it was such a good thing to start in January to save our money, to save our coins. And like I said before, if you really want to save your money, save it in cash. You will save more money when you have cash, for sure, for sure. But let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions. If not, also too, I would say if anybody is interested, I think if you need some more like personalized financial help, I have 2 more slots open for coaching. So if you ever are interested in actually really transforming your finances and you're like, you know what, I want to do something different as a financial coach, I probably have like 2 more slots available. So if you want to start with a clarity call, let me know. Um, it has really been, if you feel like, you know what, I need a more personalized, plan, maybe you want a little bit more guidance when it comes down to your debt, your savings, or your budget, you always can go in the LINK, y'all. Well, in the BIO, the LINK is there. And again, I have ton of free resources to you guys. Ton of free resources. I got a budget guide. I have a Faith Over Finances, a 7-day devotional to invite God into your finances. Listen, another creator on there, she downloaded the Faith Over Finance one. She said it was absolutely amazing, y'all. So if you want to invite God into your finances, make sure you go check out the guide. It is free, FREE, y'all. It's free, so make sure you go check it out. But again, if you just want some clarity when it comes down to your finances, you always can book a clarity call. I'm definitely will be taking probably 2 to 3 more clients, and that's it. And then unfortunately, I'm going to have a waiting list. So make sure you get in before the waiting list, y'all. Before the waiting list. But let me know how you guys are feeling. Hopefully you learned some things on tonight's live. Truly appreciate all of you guys for being here. As you know, I will be back on here tomorrow. Now listen, y'all, we gonna work on the time, okay? We gonna work on the time. We gonna get better with it. We're gonna get better with it. Bear with it, girl. But at least you know that Rose. Listen, yes, Rose. Listen, I'm working on it, Rose. Listen. But at least you know I'm on here. Like Rose, you know, after certain you like she coming, okay? So at least you get rest assured that like girl, she definitely is coming warrior for sure. But this times we go for gold. We definitely are gonna work on it. But yes, so I hope this live definitely you learned some things, I learned some things for sure. And I am going to say a quick prayer, you guys. You know I always end with a prayer for sure. Thanks for the info, fam. Thank you so much for the gifts. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Doubles my dad. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, a prayer, please. Oh, you say yes, a prayer. Listen, I feel like people like the prayers at the end. Like, I don't know, but you say yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Because I'll be thinking to myself, like, do people like the prayers? Do they like it? But I'm glad you like the prayers for sure. So I always want to end with this prayer. God, thank you for being our provider and our source. Thank you for giving us wisdom to make better decisions with our finances. Lord, guide us in how we manage and place our money. Help us choose accounts that bring peace, protection, and growth, not confusion or fear. For those who are saving, give them consistency. For those who are rebuilding, give them patience and grace for the process. For those who feel unsure, give them clarity and confidence to take the next right step. We invite you into our bank accounts, oh God, our savings, our every financial decision we make. We trust you to order our steps and help us steward what you have entrusted in us, oh God. And I pray all of these things in Jesus' name. I pray, amen. I hope that this live has blessed you guys. Yes, Lord, in the name of Jesus. Yes. I hope this live blessed you guys, everybody watching on the replay and on the live. Amen. Yes. Amen. Oh, Lady K, thank you so much for the money gun, friend. I didn't see you coming. Gloria. You probably came in when I was praying, friend. Thank you so much for the money gun. Look at y'all showing out. Oh, welcome in. Welcome in. I truly appreciate you for being here, Lady K. We were talking about high yield savings accounts tonight and money market accounts. It was a really good one. Yes, you probably came in when I was praying. So important, as I say, to always invite God into your finances. So thank you so much for the money gun. Truly appreciate you. Um, so let me know if you guys have any questions for me. Oh man, y'all, I love the gifts, y'all. Man, oh man, I just remember a time, you guys. I always yes, sir. It's good to see you. You did amazing. I heard your prayer. Let me know if you're ready. Yes. Let me know if you're ready for your own channel on the Discord. Yes. Lady K, I'm ready. Listen, I just gotta get it's been 1,000 other things. I am ready. I am, and I just have to. I definitely will message you. I know it's been like 1,000 things for me. It's just like so much to do, and not enough hours in the day. But I am, Lady K. I am. We're definitely going to do it. I love your community. Let me just shout out Lady K right now, y'all. Like, listen, if good night, Rose. Good night, Rose. See you later. If you guys have ever um went into Lady K's room. Listen, amazing, amazing creator, you guys. If you need prayer, I'm super excited for what God is going to do through you. Oh, I appreciate you. She has an amazing community, y'all. If y'all need prayer, I mean, just her room, you could just tell that God is in the midst, okay? If you ever need prayer for whatever is going on, make sure you guys check out Lady K. She's an amazing creator, y'all. Okay. I'm not just saying it to say it, I'm just saying. But amazing creator. Again, like if you ever need some prayer, whatever is going on, that is a room to be in. Praise and like prayer and praise. So that I'm definitely ready, Lady K, for sure. I'm definitely when I get off this live, just I'm gonna message you and let me know what I have to do for. But I'm like so super excited. And again, I say it so much, you guys, that God has been moving. He has been doing it now. Okay. He has been moving in this room, in this space. And I just want to forever remain humble and I truly appreciate each and every gift, everything you guys like. It's just like me. It's like it's almost like the things that you pray for, right? The things that you like, and then you see it like actually like live in color, like, oh my God, I'm living answer prayers, right? It's like it almost gives you chills. It gives me chills to realize I am living in answered prayers, and I truly don't take it for granted. I truly don't take it for granted. I am forever humble and grateful. So whatever you are asking God for tonight, you guys, listen, I'm telling you, He is going to do it. I promise you, whatever it is, if it comes down to your finances, if it's your relationship, whatever it is, guarantee you, stay on your hands and knees in prayer. Listen, whatever it is, He definitely will, give it to you for sure. So listen, y'all know I'll be chatting. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. As you know, I always say, I want you to remember, budget with faith and prosper with grace. I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. ish, y'all. Good night, fam. Oh, good night. So what's that? 8 p.m. ish, y'all. Okay. That mean a little bit after 8 o'clock. Okay. But 8 p.m. is good night, Lady K. 8 p.m. ish. You will definitely see your girl on here. Everybody have an amazing night and have an amazing Wednesday, y'all. I will catch y'all later. Have a good night.